42.01. Much better today.
Martin Fourcade.
Into the range, he's 6 seconds up again in Uestegov.
Well, there you see the new stock that featured in the interview just before the start of the race. A little bit lighter, Mike.
It's interesting working to get 8 grams and then 12 grams of weight off. It does make a difference over 52 minutes of skiing, but, well, very precise. The problem with a light rifle is that you haven't the weight to stabilize yourself, especially in the standing.
42 seconds outside for Martin Fourcade. Well, he's less than a minute behind, so he knows if he shoots clear from now, he'll still have a very, very good chance of adding to his tally. 8 victories in all last year. He won the first one and then was hugely confident about winning the overall World Cup, and immediately his form dropped away. But my goodness, the second or the last third of the season, he was virtually untouchable. Jakub Fak, along with Bauer, one of the most exciting men on the tour.
Only 15 seconds off Svensson's pace coming in for the first shoot back.
What a shame that wasn't clear, because that would have been a very good start indeed. If he can hit the remaining 15, he'll be competitive today. Bjorn Ferry completing his second shoot, and Bjorn Ferry 16.5 outside, 10 out of 10. So Sweden looking very, very good. They've got, of course, Bergman up there. Bjorn Ferry is up there.
First and second so far after the stand shoot. Doesn't come much better.
Now, a lot of nations really struggle on home snow. The German women in 5 years ago, by far and away the best team in the world, but whenever they competed on home snow, they struggled from the pressure and, I guess, the crowd involvement. The Swedes, over the last 3 or 4 years, have done brilliantly up here in Oestersund.
I know that they had experimented with speakers and replaying the noise from the World Championships in the background when they're shooting from the 2008 World Championships, so maybe that's built into their training and they've become accustomed to it. It's when you're not used to it, your name being shouted out or everyone cheering each shot that you hit or miss, then it disturbs your thinking.
And I wouldn't be surprised as we watch a crowd favourite, Lars Berger, settling for his first shoot of the season.
-6 out there, no gloves.
That's not a good start to his season. Ski time. Well, it would have been some between 5 and 10 seconds down on Svensson's time had he gone clear. But Lars Berger will not give up at this stage. That's only one missed.
I have a good feeling about Volkov today. Yes, we saw him racing on Sunday, and fairly regularly over 20 shots. He has this strong mindset on the 20, but he's missed his 4th. Game over.
Oh, that's a bad start. Last year, 3 individual races, he hit 55 out of 60 targets.
It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. He kind of gave up for the last shot. He missed his 4th and snatched the 5th. 2 minutes in 2.5 seconds.
Is this going to be the, I say, breakthrough season for Shipulin? Brilliant junior, multiple gold medal winner at Junior World Championships. He's got himself wins at World Cups, but not consistently.
I think I agree, but he certainly was he is an incredible talent, and that talent will be there always. I felt that he was pushed just a little hard with the amount of races he was asked to do at the age of 21, and I don't think he's come back from that yet.
So there's a sight to please the Swedish eyes. Bergman and Ferry, number 1 and 2. We got Simon Schemp down in 15th. Now the early starters coming in for their 3rd shoot. Simon Schemp and Yevgeny Uestegov side by side. Uestegov the better of the two at the moment. He should be clear on the prone. He'll be happy having hit the first 5 in the prone position. Double blinder for Uestegov.
It just means that from when he's in position, he can't see any flag. You can see through your sights the the wind flags. Not very easily through the sights, but you do need a good reading if it is changeable conditions. I just say Svensson's coming in soon, and he's 14.2 seconds ahead of Fourcade.
Well, that's 5 or 6 seconds thrown away from Ustigoff, and that will have put the pulse rate up a bit. So a careless mistake, easily done as you're trying to fix the poles to the hands. Svensson goes down the range for shoot number 2. The pressure is on because Bergman and Ferry with times of 20:20. Well, if he misses one, he will be outside the top 3 positions.
See the weight, Patrick, added on to the foresight. It looks almost as if it's lead. He's certainly added more weight. He's got the strength to ski with a heavier rifle. 2 penalties, though. Didn't help him.
Still going through the start sheet, Mike. Just trying to work out. Surely we'll... trying to catch up on the starters. Of course, we're interested in number 104, which is Ole Einar Bjorndalen.
Well, he's still got some time to wait at the moment.
Should have another 10 minutes or so, at least.
At least. It's a strange day for Bjorndalen. He's always been, in his 20-year career, he's been put in groups 1 or 2 are the most suitable groups, but he's now the 4th option for Norway.
Bernbacher looking good.
Just not even a hint of tension. I love the way he shoots. It's relaxed, it's comfortable. He's built this incredible balance. There's just no movement in the body, no matter how exhausted he is.
Yeah, he's got a fairly solid pair of legs to make a base for his standing shooting position. Typical physique of a German biathlete.
It is based more on strength than what I was going to say on the athletic, the runner style of Hofer, or even Bjorndalen is more a runner physique.
Yeah, in fact, Bernbacher skis very similar to Sven Fischer, apart from the fact they use a different handle system. On Pfeiffer, 1 miss, could prove expensive. Tim Burke with 2 mistakes from the stand to make up for. .49 just leaving the range. Christoph Suman, the veteran, or should we call him a super veteran on the Austrian team. His experience will be important, Mike, but as you mentioned, the Austrians are an aging team, and if they want to take it to the next generation and maintain the results that they've achieved over the last decade, they've got to start blooding their youngsters.
I couldn't agree more with you, but when you look at what has changed in the last 4 or 5 years in Austria, they now have 3 biathlon dedicated schools. So the 14, 15-year-olds have got their education, their biathlon. I'm amazed now after 4 or 5 years they're not being introduced to, yes, certainly to the IBU Cup, but I'm surprised they're not making it to the World Cup.
Landertinger, top right-hand side of your screen, a man who made his name in the World Championships back in 2009, and he throws number 5 wide. Bergman with 12 out of 12 so far. He's through the worst, the 13th, but number 14's gone wide. Frustration all round. I think that might have been Helena Ekholm just behind the firing point. She, of course, is retired. That's a sad day for the Swedes. But I must say, I do like the way she left the sport. No fanfare, just produced some cracking results before she finally hung up the skis.
She had a great career. She could handle the pressure. Her stand shooting, I can't think there's anyone been better in the sport of biathlon, especially in her stand shooting.
Yeah, I hope she's passed on the secrets to her sister, who is still racing. In fact, a talented family with her brother, a racer as well. Moravec. 10 out of 10 so far, and the opportunities...
Now he took... Sorry, Patrick.
I was just going to say, as this race goes on, so many of the big names missing, that someone like Moravec could get the Czech Republic on the podium for the second time if he can stay clear.
That would be so good. He certainly took a lot of note of the wind changes, and they have dropped quite a bit, the flags. Well done, Moravec.
31-36 from Carl-Johan Bergman. Remember, Bergman missing just one target, but Moravec still inside his time with one shoot remaining. Now, Martin Fourcade, one click clockwise.
Clockwise, yes, the flags have dropped. The wind was from the left, so he's taking his sights back left. That first shot again, Patrick, it certainly isn't faster than last year, but I know it's different in the 20-kilometre. It's about being a little more careful, giving yourself a little more recovery time.
He's going to be competitive. He will be competitive, and if he starts the last lap 15 seconds behind Moravec, he will give the Czech an almighty chase. 12.2 the margin at the moment. Needs to go clean, I feel, in the second stand, but of course that will depend on what everyone else in the field does. Looks very easy on the skis, good injection of pace on each stride, and beautifully balanced on a flat base. So Moravec leading. Fourcade in second at the pretty much the halfway stage, as Bjorn Ferry comes in for shoot number 3.
He's 31.6 seconds behind Bergman's time, and he's only, what, 11 seconds behind Moravec coming into the range.
Moravec was not quick in the range, he was just accurate. Alexis Boeuf for France makes it 5 out of 5 on his first stand. Good shooting. He needs the last two. An absolute must if he wants a podium.
He completely changed there, Patrick. His routine, I mentioned earlier, you changed routine a little, but he's changed it a lot. He took an age on the range.
Well, Alexis Boeuf is providing the surprise at the moment, looking incredibly quick on the skis. I know he's been doing a lot of roller skiing this summer and a lot of racing. You can't quite get an indication of how good you're going to be on the snow when you switch from the rollers to the snow, but reports are good from the French team. But just from those few seconds of watching Alexis Boeuf, I think he looks a good 5% quicker than last year.
Mesetic looking at taking a good long study of the wind flags, how they're adapting before he hides in behind the blinds. He's missed the first shot and the second. You mentioned the French and Boeuf looking so relaxed. I do like the routine throughout the summer where they only brought the team together for 10 days to train together and then allowed them freedom, choice of where to go on a structured plan. And I think that's a great brave decision from the coaches, because you're together as a team for the next 4 months.
Surely the coaches need to keep an eye on the program and just make sure things are going well. Most teams, Norwegians, what do they get together every 6 weeks or every month?
It changes throughout the summer, but yes, they're allowed a lot of freedom in the summer months. Schipulin, that was good.
Only a minute off the pace at the moment for Schipulin. Good turn up of fans and a lot of youngsters in the crowd tonight. We're, what, about a couple of Ks, a K and a half, 2 kilometres from the centre of town, and the majority of the fans here walking up. That's the easiest